Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Kuratulan, and I am lead event management in SCWIST. And today we have Raj and Shivani from Sophos to our AMA event. And let's start the event. Okay. So we have Raj Chahal and Shiva Farahani for today's guests, and they both are from Sophos. Before we start the event, I would like to do the land acknowledgement for to reflect our connection to the land and thank the traditional guardians of the land where we at SCWIST Vancouver live, work, and play. Vancouver is on the unceded, ancestral, and occupied traditional lands of Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Seychelles Nation of Coast Salish people. We are grateful to the indigenous people of the Turtle Island who have cared for these lands. And some of the house rules today, that today's event will be recorded, video recorded, and if someone does not want to share their video, they can just turn off their cameras. And we will keep our mobile phones and microphones muted unless like in the question and answer sessions, of course. Chat box will be monitored for the questions to redirect to the moderators to ask the questions in question and answer sessions. So put your questions in the chat box. If you don't get the chance to have your question answered, or if you want to connect with one of the speakers, you can email to the events team of SCWIST at marketing_event@squist.ca. I'll put this email in the chat box too later. So let me just give you a brief introduction about the SCWIST. So SCWIST has a vision. It's a nonprofit organization for the women to create an environment where women and girls in Canada can pursue their interest, education, and careers in STEM without any barriers. We do this with the aim to accomplish through this education, networking, mentorship, advocacy, and partnerships. To help the girls, to help the people, women and girls better, we have divided into subgroups, which is like MS Infinity, Youth Engagement, IWIS program, Make Possible program, and Make Diversity Possible. I highly encourage to go into the SCWIST website and check these programs if they interest you. And lastly, and then I just wanted to share that at SCWIST, we have like multiple events going on right now in the past, and some great events are also there in the coming up weeks and months to come. And if you are interested in submitting a proposal, just go on the SCWIST website and submit your proposal of the event. So today's guests are Shiva Farahani, who is Senior Quality Assurance Engineer at the MAC Endpoint Security Group's Sophos, and Raj Chahal, she is Human Resource Director in the Sophos. So take it away from here.
Great, perfect. Well, thank you very much for having us today. We are really excited to be here to showcase Sophos. Next slide. So you're probably wondering, what does Sophos do? So Sophos is a worldwide leader in next generation cybersecurity, protecting organizations, consumers from today's most advanced cyber threats. Sophos delivers a broad portfolio of advanced products and services to secure users, networks, endpoints against ransomware, malware, exploits, phishing, and a wide range of cyber attacks. Now, to quickly sum it up, if we could just go to the next slide. The mission statement sums it up very well. We protect people from cybercrime by developing powerful, intuitive products and services that provide the world's most effective cybersecurity for organizations of any size. Now, Shiva will be going into a little bit more detail about the leading edge technology Sophos team sort of works with and has access to. So just hold tight for that information. But before we kind of go into that, I want to just take some time to talk a little bit about Sophos, because many of you may have not even heard about Sophos before. So I'll just give a little bit of a background about it first, about Sophos. So next slide. So many of you might think that Sophos is a new company, but Sophos has actually been around since 1985, so a while. It's been around for a while. 4,000 employees globally, 470,000 customers, 100 million users in 150 different countries. We've got 59,000 channel partners. We've got Sophos Lab threat research facilities throughout the world. And our sales model is channel first to go to market. Next slide. So when I was mentioning that Sophos is a global organization, here's a quick map just to see how global Sophos actually is. We have got offices in all the different regions. So North America, Europe, APAC region, and a lot of these offices house various different areas of specialties. So we've got Sophos labs, engineering, we've got sales, marketing. So it's a true global organization. So next slide. So why is Sophos such a great place to work? I think some of the formatting didn't take here, so might not be able to read some of these. So one of the reasons is that Sophos is industry leading individuals, and so you get to work with colleagues that have direct exposure to all kinds of threats and technologies, where most of our professional peers only get to read about and see in the media, and you get to kind of learn from the best. There's open communication. No one really has an office, at least when we get back into the office. Right now, everyone's working from home. But when we do get back into the office, it's an open concept. So everyone gets to speak to each other, a real way to sort of connect, talk things through, and learn from each other. There's a supporting work environment. We really look after the Sophos employees' well-being. And at Sophos, you would have a voice in the company. It's 4,000 employees. So it's not a huge operation where you just kind of get lost and become a number. Here, you really get to be a part of a team, and everyone sort of knows you by your name. It is a fast-paced organization. Things are always changing. Cybersecurity is one of those industries that's just go, go, go. So if you enjoy that sort of pace and get to learn new things, this would be the place to be. Diversity and inclusion is valued and celebrated. Sophos celebrates and is committed to building an inclusive culture across all the global sites. We're passionate about creating a workplace of equal opportunity where everyone feels that they can deliver the best work, irrespective of their age, race, sexual orientation, national orientation, physical abilities, or gender. Now, we've taken this to sort of the next level where we have ERGs, which is employee resource groups. And these employee resource groups actually work together, and they specialize in sort of certain areas when it comes to diversity and inclusion. So some of these areas are LGBTQ+, age groups, professionals of color, diverse abilities, cultural awareness, and we have a few others as well. So next slide. So if you join Sophos, you're probably wondering, well, what sort of options do I have to sort of develop my career? Now, we have a comprehensive onboarding program. So whenever we have a new joiner, from day one, an employee will receive a full onboarding plan designed just for them. We have access to LinkedIn Learning, where you have over 16,000 courses available to you. There's internal mentoring coaching programs. We have high potential development programs for individuals that have high potential, and we put them through certain programs in order to allow them to grow. We have employee development programs where we have soft skill training like work smarter, not harder, negotiation skills for women, managing burnout, diversity inclusion programs and training, and managing conflict, as well as many, many others. And we also have leadership development courses that is specific to leadership in various different areas. So new managers, we've got some managers that have been managers for a while, and then we've got managers that have been managing individuals for quite a while. So we've got different tracks. So really these programs are tailored for various different skill sets, and just to really help employees progress their career to the next level. So that's what we have when it comes to sort of developing our employees as well. So now you're probably wondering, well, I want to know a little bit more about sort of Sophos technologies. What technologies does Sophos use, and what products is Sophos sort of delivering? And Shiva will be able to go into that. Shiva?
Yeah, so if you show the next slide, I will start talking about it. Yeah, thank you to my colleague. As Raj said, the Sophos is basically a cybersecurity software, hardware, and service company. What do we do and what do we offer? We basically offer that. We offer software which can protect, and it's in a range of advanced security solutions that we provide. It can protect users. We protect endpoints like Mac OSs, Windows, even servers, whether they're in the range of Linux servers or Windows servers. We have also protection of networks with our firewall. We have, with this current situation where everybody's working remotely, we're investing in ZTNA, which is like zero trust network access. We also protect Wi-Fi's. Apart from the Sophos softwares that we deliver hardwares which can complete our firewall software management. So we have firewalls, we have switches that we deliver, and also services. So we also deliver cybersecurity solutions to companies and enterprises which would like to use our services. So the MTR, RR, or managed threat response, our rapid response, all of these go under our services section. Now, all of these services and products that we deliver, they are empowered by our Omni threat intelligence, as you can see in this slide. Our threat intelligence is the heart of our software. Basically, it's where the information of all these malwares or exploits or ransomwares come from. And that comprises of our Sophos Artificial Intelligence section. So we have a team called Sophos Artificial Intelligence, which work constantly in AI and ML modules to feed that into the cybersecurity and threat hunting methods. We have Sophos Labs. As my colleague said, Sophos Labs has been with us, with Sophos, from the time that it was founded. So it has a very powerful intelligence landscape that can be provided through our threat intelligence into our softwares and into our services. All of our softwares, the other capability that Sophos is creating, can be managed through one single cloud-based central management, which you can see on the top of this slide, called Sophos Central. So if an enterprise or if a company uses our endpoint protection softwares and also uses our firewall softwares, they can all be managed in one single management console, which is also cloud-based, therefore it's accessible from everywhere. Now, Sophos Central is proud to, with that capability, to say we have synchronized basically support. Synchronized support meaning that all of our products can share among themselves their intelligence and therefore improve the amount of security that we can give and provide for any company. Currently and recently, we have added other functionalities. Sophos XDR is one of the functionalities that we proudly added to our software. And it has the core or the basis of Sophos XDR is a data lake, is a very rich data lake that carries a huge amount of data coming from our products into this lake that can be used for threat hunting and can also be delivered to our threat intelligence. So our Sophos Lab and artificial intelligence team can actually use that information also in order to train basically our modules and our threat basically hunting methods and expand our environment in the threat intelligence area. We also have this capability, we've given that capability for other developers or cybersecurity companies to use that threat intelligence, that rich threat intelligence that we have through our APIs. So what they can do is use our APIs and inject that into their own software and be able to reach the threat intelligence that our own products have. They can also contribute to this cyber security ecosystem, which is kind of adaptive now. Like if you can see that through all the data that we kind of gain out of the products that we have, the software products, we can actually feed them back to our Sophos AI and Sophos Labs to make them, improve them. And then once they have improved, and the modules have been trained, they can feed back again to the software. So this cycle of adaptive improvement is always happening. And in this environment, the other vendors and our partners and other developers are also involved. So that's about the whole service that we do and the synchronized security that we provide, and also the adaptive cybersecurity ecosystem that we constantly improve. If we can see the next slide. Now, you did hear that we constantly talk about the fact that we are a global leader. And now, why we are calling ourselves a global leader? Because some of our products are actually known as award-winning and best in industry. In each of the areas that we work in, we have one best in industry product. In the endpoint area, our Intercept X product is an award-winning product that has inside it the artificial intelligence of malware detection. And it provides like, it combines ransomware and exploit detection alongside the machine learning and deep learning malicious threat hunting that we have. And therefore it is known as as the best, basically, endpoint protection. The next slide will show you that in the network area also, okay, so before going to that, I did mention about the XDR. Now on top of the Intercept X that had all the capabilities, including the endpoint detection and response, now we've expanded that to the extended detection and response, which will create that award-winning product even much more better and create a bigger picture of what threats are available throughout all of our products. And in that sense, it will give an even better endpoint protection. Our next slide will cover our best protection firewall that, if we go to the next slide. So in the network protection area, Sophos XG firewall is an award-winning firewall, which has synchronized security within itself, and artificial intelligence is built inside it, and therefore it is known as one of the best firewalls available. Next slide, please. Okay, in our services, as I described, we have like software, hardware, services. Software and hardware were the products that were covering the network and endpoint. And now our services. In our services, the managed response service is known as one of the best, basically, in the industry. So they have a highly trained team of threat hunters and response experts, which are 24/7 hunting for threats and incidents, and kind of like being able to respond immediately and prevent any malware attack or any basically cyber attack. And this is also what we mentioned in the previous slide about the total ecosystem of Sophos, that's the input that these threat hunters give to our intelligence, threat intelligence services are providing feedback constantly and creating that improvement of every day that we can have in cybersecurity. Next slide, please. Okay, so I can't emphasize more on the threat intelligence that we have within Sophos, and that's why I chose to talk about Sophos Lab and Sophos AI, where our intelligence come from. So Sophos Lab is an integral part of our products and service offerings, as you saw. It provides the main intelligence that we have. They are scattered around the world, and they're 24/7 hunting for threats and providing more a landscape of threats. Sophos is basically, Sophos Labs is basically creating a lot of research and a lot of reports constantly, and you can actually even access their website, which I will mention in the next slide. Sophos AI also is known for their work applying the machine learning and deep learning and data science and applying it into security industry. So if we go to the next slide. If you want to know about the information that you can get from Sophos Labs, you can reach out through their website, which you can see in the slide. They will announce all their publications or their threat hunting reports, the current and recent threats that they've seen, and day-to-day reports can be analyzed in their website. The same, if you go to the next slide, the same with Sophos AI. They also have a website called aisophos.com. In there, you can actually see how they are applying artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning into cybersecurity. They have published a lot of papers that you can actually access through their websites, and also the new projects that they are working on. So our Sophos AI is constantly developing and researching in AI abilities. And they are reporting that into the website, which can kind of be used in the research and development and in cybersecurity as a whole. Next slide. Okay, so we talked about our adaptive cybersecurity ecosystem. This is another way to show what we mean by that. The use of the maximum use of strength of AI or machine learning with the products and the hunters like human intelligence, which will create a more powerful security and more adaptive security. So what happens is that NTR team, which have the intelligent people and the highly capable threat hunters, they find new events, new malwares, new threats through our endpoints, which are founded upon our AI and intelligence service. And then those are given back into the AI and labs and creating more higher trained machine learning programs or automation, and also a more valuable repository of threats and basically intelligence in the labs, which then get feeded back into our products again. And these products again are being used by our experts. So this cycle, or this virtual cycle, keeps on improving day by day. And this is what we think is the power of cybersecurity that we can provide to any company and enterprise. So I guess that's it for me.
All right, thank you. So if any of this sort of interests you, we've got lots of job opportunities. These are just some of the available roles that we currently have. You'd be able to find these on our website. These are mainly the technical roles. We also have a lot of non-technical roles. So always take a look at our careers website. You can look at the LinkedIn profile and sort of look at roles that we have available that might just pique your interest. Okay, next slide. And we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Thank you so much, Raj and Shiva. And if there are any questions, they can be asked here. And for now, we will just go into the breakout rooms, and where people can have more chance to ask questions directly. And then we will come back to the main room. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yep.
Talia, will you do the breakout rooms?
I think she's muted.
All right, so I'm going to split all of you in 2 breakout rooms, and Raj can go to the one and Shiva will go to the other. So just let me create 2 breakout rooms here. Just a moment. Okay.
Hi, Talia.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you see in which room Luke is assigned?
Just a moment. Luke has not been assigned. Let me do it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll send him to room 2.
Yes. Yeah, that will be great. Yeah. Okay. So I'm joining.
Just a moment. I do not have an option to. Okay, you can go to room 2 because there are only 2 people.
No. Okay. So yeah, in room 2, there are only 2 people.
Yeah, if I add you, then there'll be 3.
Okay, I can go in room 2.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It seems like it's only us again. You're muted. Yeah. It seems like Talia. Oh, Talia.
Yeah, okay. So Talia.
Talia, we were thinking if you can add us to the room 1 because apparently everybody else is there.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Just a minute.
Yeah. Take your time to figure out. It's okay.
Okay, you have plenty of time.
Hmm. Yes, I'm able to. Thank you, Talia.
You're welcome.